Why do you think people abandon and surrender their dogs?
बहुत खर्चा है तो छोड़ दो, ओ ये सबको काटता है छोड़ दो, अग्रेशन है, ट्रेनिंग नहीं करना है छोड़ दो. Breeders, once they are done, bred the animal multiple times, it's had puppies, it can't further reproduce, left on the street.
ऐसा कुछ है कि कोई स्पेसिफिक तरह की ब्रीड्स को लोग अबैंडन ज्यादा करते हैं?
लखनऊ में केस था. A pit bull had mauled a lady. So at that point we saw about maybe 6, 7, 8 pit bulls getting abandoned, and that was for adopt alone. They were dogs that were used in China to be eaten. So they were treated like broiler chickens.
Oh.
Find these animals, we just start dialing NGOs, we take a photo, we circulate it on WhatsApp, and then expect that all the NGOs will come running. The NGOs have so much work going on. They can't just drop everything and come running, and then people start anti-NGO.
रेस्क्यू वाले एनिमल को अडॉप्ट नहीं करना है.
Animals are the same. In fact, they're extremely forgiving, they're extremely adaptable, and they're extremely grateful.
They value everything that they get because they know what it's like to not have it at all.
It's an upcoming trend where people are understanding that, okay, maybe if I have an adopted dog, my social status will be a little elevated.
Sometimes dogs who've been through worse, dogs who have been abused, abandoned, harmed, raped.
The thing that animals teach us, other humans can't.
The surge in pet adoption brings with it plethora of information and misinformation, making responsible pet parenting more crucial than ever.
There's a whole world of advice out there, and most of us are just trying to figure it out. But with Be Aware of Animals, we are trying to cut through that chaos.
Today, we will delve into the realities of animal rescue, the importance of staying alert and taking swift action, and how younger generation can actually play a pivotal role in fostering a more compassionate society.
So whether you are a seasoned pet parent, considering adoption, or simply an animal lover who's curious, this episode is for you.
Joining us today is someone who is not just talking about compassion, she's out there living it.
Ria Chabria, the heart and soul of Podopt, is young, driven, and helped numerous abandoned and surrendered animals find a second chance in life.
All while building awareness and rallying youth for the cause that needs all of us.
Welcome, Ria.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited and happy to be here with you guys.
It's a pleasure. All right, so Ria, we'll get right into it.
Sure.
There's one common phenomena that we all have noticed. Lots of messages on our society WhatsApp groups and various other social groups where people keep posting about, there are animals up for adoption or people are wanting to surrender their pet animals. Now, we all know that pet adoption rate in India has grown humongously. So despite all this escalation in the pet adoption rate, why do you think people abandon and surrender their dogs?
Sure, there are multiple reasons why animals are getting abandoned and surrendered in today's date. I guess the primary or the most common reason that we come across is most people are not prepared to have a pet.
Correct.
ओ
Okay.
मेरे बच्चे ने टैंट्रम फेंक दिया, रोने लगा, मुझे डॉग चाहिए, तो मैं जाके शॉप से उठा के
Dog
लाया.
liya.
Correct.
They were not aware of what kind of responsibility it takes, what it requires, even in terms of, say, good veterinary care, funds to raise an animal,
Correct.
or whether they had even that time to put in and invest.
Right.
So that is one reason. Another one is, again, as impulsive as this, which is, oh, I gifted somebody a dog.
Absolutely.
It's not a toy, The family needs to be prepared to welcome in their new family member, right? It's like a joint effort of everybody that lives there, including house help, that plays a very important and a crucial responsibility in
Yeah.
looking after and
Yeah.
raising this animal for the next 15, 18, whatever number of years. So a lot of it is impulsivity. Another thing is that, oh, I saw this animal, I found it looking very cute. So I decided to buy it, knowing
Yeah.
nothing about what breed it is, what its requirements are, beagles. People are like, oh, it's small, it's a very apartment-friendly dog.
Yeah.
Apartment friendly dog.
That's what they believe.
मतलब वो सिर्फ घर के अंदर ही रहेगा.
हाँ, घर के अंदर और
Like
छोटा
easy to
है
manage.
तो-
Easy to
कि
manage.
shed भी नहीं करता होगा. It's very normal to think like that क्योंकि knowledge नहीं है.
So similarly, like a beagle is a dog that requires a lot or has a lot of energy. So it
Hmm.
requires a lot of energy release, mental stimulation. People don't understand this. So it becomes a very overwhelming animal to have in your home if you don't know how to use the energy of that
Hmm.
dog.
Correct, correct.
Then another reason that animals get abandoned and surrendered are like breeders. Once they are done, they have bred the animal multiple times, it's had puppies, it can't further reproduce.
Right.
Or if that particular animal is not getting sold by them for whatever reason, it could be the runt of the litter,
Hmm.
that is just left on the street. Indies that are getting surrendered are again very impulsive, emotional decisions.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh बेचारा अकेला था रास्ते पे तो मैंने
Yeah.
उठा दिया. मैंने सोचा नहीं कि मैं उसका सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट निकाल रही हूँ,
Correct.
उसको घर देके शेल्टर्ड एनवायरनमेंट देके,
Right.
Yeah.
और फिर मुझे घर नहीं मिला, अडॉप्शन नहीं हुआ, अब क्या करूँ, अब रास्ते पे छोड़ दिया.
Hmm.
Correct, correct.
So
Because this stigma is there that indies adopt नहीं होते. Furry वाले easily हो जाते हैं. It
which is also true in the India we're living
Yeah.
today. It's improving.
So there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. That's what I would say.
Absolutely.
Sometimes what happens is parents think that okay मैंने dog adopt किया और फिर trainer आएगा train करके चला जाएगा and I'll have this perfect little dog with me and who will do everything as per what I say because that's what we have always thought. हम dog training कहते हैं ना तो that's how it's supposed to be, right?
Correct.
But what we have realized, it's always about training the family. We need to learn how to raise them, right? Like one of the dogs who, I had seen, he was almost on the verge of abandonment. It was a very complex situation, rather, where the dad just called me probably somewhere at 11 p.m. in the night and said that, can I get an urgent session with you? So I asked him that what
At
happened.
11 o'clock in the
Yes,
night.
yes. So I could sense कि कुछ emergency
हाँ.
होगा. So he said that my dog, he's an indie, and he bit my 3-month-old son. So I asked him that, okay, what the situation was, how did it happen, what did you do? So he said मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आया और मैंने ना डंडा लेके उसको मारा और बहुत मारा तो ताकि उसको सबक मिले और फिर ना वो ना बेड के नीचे जाके छिप गया तब से बाहर ही नहीं आया है वो. सो आई गॉट अ लिटिल अपसेट एंड आई सेड कि अगर आपने ऑलरेडी अपने हिसाब से सोल्यूशन
हाँ.
निकाल दिया है
Why are you
तो फिर
calling
आपने
me?
मुझे क्यों कॉल
Correct.
किया इस चीज के लिए. सो ही सेड एक्चुअली ये ना मैंने 15 दिन पहले किया था क्योंकि उसे तभी भी काटा था और मुझे लगा सब ठीक हो जाएगा, वो मारने से डर जाएगा, लेकिन अब उसने आज रात को फिर मतलब अभी फिर काट दिया और अब मैं क्या करूं मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा, मारने से भी नहीं सीख रहा है. अब मैं उसको एक ही ऑप्शन है रास्ते पे छोड़ने का. अगर आप हेल्प कर सकते तो बताइए, नहीं तो मैं छोड़ दूंगा उसको रास्ते पे. Then I said, okay, I will come to your house only on one condition. One, you will never raise your hand on your dog. You will never hit him. You will actually take efforts to take care of him or to understand him. Only
Right.
then I will come with that commitment. Then when we reached his house, I realized there are 16 members in his family.
16?
Yeah, there were like 3 generations. तो मैंने
Wow.
कहा कि मैं सेशन स्टार्ट ही नहीं करूंगी जब तक सबके सब बैठेंगे साथ में. तो द ग्रैंड मदर, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर द ग्रैंड मदर वाज सिटिंग ऑन द सोफा. फिर आके उसके बच्चे बैठे थे. देन वो बच्चों के बच्चे बैठे थे, 3-year-olds, 4-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid. They were all sitting together. And we taught them, all of them, of how to raise this one particular dog. And the moment they did so, the moment they took charge, the moment they understood him, it's that day and it's today. I still haven't gotten a call about him biting someone in the house.
कितना
Yes.
समय हो गया इस बात को?
About 2 years. मैं
2 years?
फॉलो अप तो करती हूँ, मैं पूछती हूँ हाउ इज इट गोइंग एंड एवरीथिंग, और वो मुझे वही कहते हैं कि इट्स ऑल गोइंग गुड. उसके बाद हमने कपल ऑफ सेशंस भी किए, हमने लीश वॉकिंग करा, हमने बीच पे लेके गए सो दैट ही हैज़ अ गुड एनरिचिंग लाइफ ऑल्सो. बट एटलीस्ट आई एम हैप्पी दैट ही गॉट द राइट काइंड ऑफ गाइडेंस फ्रॉम हिज पेरेंट्स. And the parents took that effort to understand instead of just dropping him on the street or just giving away to someone saying अभी वो उनकी problem है, अब हमारी problem नहीं है. So I think this is one of the major reasons is miscommunication between the parent and the dog also.
Correct.
I'm actually very glad you brought this up because
Yeah.
another reason for abandonment or surrender is अभी हमें बच्चा हो गया है.
Yeah,
Big myth.
yeah,
तो मेरे डॉक्टर ने बोला कि मेरे चाइल्ड को कुछ ब्रीदिंग इशू हो सकता है,
yeah,
या मैं डॉग को संभालूं या अपने बच्चे को संभालूं.
yeah.
I see.
All of these things.
या मेरा डॉग पहले से ही काटता था हमको और मैंने उसके बारे में कुछ किया नहीं, लेकिन अब बच्चा आ गया है तो मेरी फैमिली डरा रही है कि अभी इसको भी काट ले तो
ऐसा कुछ है कि कोई स्पेसिफिक तरह की ब्रीड्स को लोग अबैंडन ज़्यादा करते हैं या सरेंडर ज़्यादा करते हैं?
तो जैसे-जैसे न्यूज़ में कोई डॉग बाइट के इंस्टेंसेस आए,
राइट।
आई रिमेंबर एक लखनऊ में केस था वेयर
या वी ऑल हर्ड दैट।
द
Yeah.
a pit bull had mauled a lady.
राइट।
So at that point, we saw about maybe 6, 7, 8 pit bulls getting abandoned, and that was Pawdopt alone was getting these
Ooh.
cases. By pit
Yeah.
bulls in India, even like an American Staffordshire is
Hmm.
considered one. An American bully, which is a cross between the two, that's also considered one. Or anything that was even resembling this dog
Yeah.
was
Ooh.
getting abandoned. Uh, in fact, we even got a 30-day-old puppy, a pit bull puppy, during this time, because they were like, and I was like, what is her fault? Why is she
Absolutely.
getting abandoned?
Huh.
She's only 30 days old.
Yeah.
And the guy actually went us to tell a story saying that he purchased her from someone in Lucknow that was dropping her on the street. He pleaded and begged
Oh.
with him. And finally, the only way that guy agreed to handing over the dog was if he got some kind of little money in return.
Right.
And when he was questioned, saying, "आपने ये क्यों किया?" नहीं, क्योंकि ऐसे ऐसे हो रहा है. पिटबुल्स ऐसे ही बिहेव करते हैं, ऐसे ही काटते हैं, ऐसे ही
Hmm.
किसी का जान ले सकते हैं.
Right.
So similarly, every time now and again there's something in the news, we'll see a spike of those kind of breeds that are getting abandoned.
Hmm.
Or like say trending breeds, like say Bailey, a Chow Chow. Currently, we've seen that Chow Chows are a trending breed.
Yeah.
Why? Because people think they're very cute, they're very cuddly, they look like teddy bears. तो
Yeah.
हमें घर लाना चाहिए.
Yeah.
But Chow Chow संभालना कोई easy बात है नहीं.
Correct.
Right.
आप historically अगर देखो तो they were dogs that were used in China to be eaten. So they were treated like broiler chicken जैसे हम रखते हैं, right? उनको वो cages में.
Oh, हाँ.
They were not socialized enough. So they never genetically knew how to interact with families,
Correct.
how to become companion dogs. But because of their appearance, लोग जाके खरीद
Correct.
के आते हैं या कोई status symbol या ऐसे कुछ हो
Yeah.
और फिर इनको abandon कर देते हैं.
Yeah.
Because they're also very, very difficult to maintain from a medical aspect.
Hmm.
Correct.
बहुत delicate रहते हैं तो frequent vet visits, hip dysplasia, congenital eye issues,
Yeah.
very common for anyone to deal with, to be honest.
Right.
So they're like, बहुत खर्चा है तो छोड़ दो. Aggression है, training नहीं करना है, छोड़ दो. The wrong trainers, people posing like dog walkers who are calling themselves trainers,
Hmm.
coming in for these dogs, not
Yeah.
understanding them, probably using a lot of fear-based techniques.
Yeah. There's
So
no
the dog is
regulatory
only
body.
going to then react with fear, or
Yeah.
in a manner that will be fearful to the other person or perceived as that.
Yeah.
So then they are like, oh, ये सबको काटता है, छोड़ दो.
Surya, what would you say to a pet parent who's probably, wanting to give up their pets, and that will make them reconsider their decision?
So every time even we are approached by anybody that
Hmm.
wants to give up their pet, our
Right.
first question is why?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And we always give them the opportunity and the benefit, saying that maybe you've not thought about something, so
Right.
let's talk about this. Let's get
Yeah.
into a detailed why
Correct.
to understand.
Hmm.
And then accordingly, we help them with guidance, saying, okay, if you don't have time and your dog is being destructive, maybe you can call in a pet sitter. It's such a
Yeah.
simple thing, but maybe they don't even know that pet sitters exist, for
Exactly. And I
example.
didn't know this.
Correct.
So, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just that, or maybe if they feel like the dog has a behavioral problem that needs to be addressed, that they haven't been able to find the right trainer for,
Right.
Yeah.
pointing them towards somebody like a Divya who can
Mm.
help them through this journey
True.
Yeah.
of keeping the dog in that place,
Correct.
in that home. So just guiding them to the right kind of resources, giving them small, simple solutions, and seeing if they're willing to work on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
know?
most important, because then it's just them expecting some person to come and do magic on their dog and go away, which is
Hmm.
not possible unless we don't change. And a lot of times people opt for like a board and train option or something like that. But there, it's not possible that you go and you drop your dog there to get fixed and come back and then you again have like a happy magic dog. That's not possible.
So it's as simple as, maybe I shouldn't make this comparison, but I'm still going to do it, of having a pet and having a child, right? Until
Okay.
you don't nourish your child,
Right.
educate the child in the way that you would like your child to become. Why
Hmm.
would you expect your child to become a certain kind of human being when it grows up as an adult.
Correct.
Right? The same way it works for animals. Until you put in that kind of effort, how
Yeah.
do you expect your animal to become into this desired sort of animal that you have in your mind?
Yeah.
You're going to have to train the animal or show the animal that path.
Yeah. See, a lot of times genes also play a very large role.
Hmm.
A lot of times we've come across parents who are very kind, very loving, and very gentle in terms of parenting. Yet they will have a very mischievous or dogs who have a lot of behavioral issues.
Hmm.
And then they wonder where we went wrong. Because ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कभी हमने उनको मारा है या
Right.
कभी डराया है, कभी धमकाया, हमेशा प्यार से ही तो सिखाया है. But क्यों फिर ये मेरी बात नहीं सुनता? That's where someone like a trainer, a nutritionist, a vet, all these people, these experts are there to help us. But it's only about us asking for the right help
Correct.
rather than directly taking such a drastic step of just abandoning or giving
Yeah.
away, saying, मुझसे तो नहीं हो रहा, you know, like that.
That's so true. In fact, people don't realize and know the difference between affection, aggression, and just being assertive. Or,
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
they think that being assertive is wrong. It's like being authoritative.
Correct.
Or the only way to correct the dog is either by offering treats or by
Putting a chain on
punishing.
it.
putting
or
a chain
something.
or some kind of
Yeah.
punishment. They don't realize that there is an in between.
What a dog mother uses, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that, I mean, there's so much misinformation that people have not explored that area
Right.
enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really love this part that where you mentioned that there is a facility at Podop where people can come and have a consultation before giving up or abandoning their pets. But कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होंगे जिन्होंने अपना दिमाग में बना लिया है कि यार मुझे नहीं रखना है. कोई ऐसी चीज जो आप उनसे कहना चाहें because of your such a vast experience of dealing with multitude of people and animals.
So, to be honest, of course, as humans, हम थोड़ा तो affect हो ही जाते हैं.
Correct.
When we see के ये इंसान तो पत्थर जैसे बन गया है और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं लाना पड़ेगा. So we usually ask them that अगर आपने अपना मन बना लिया है तो प्लीज ये कीजिए बट रिस्पॉन्सिबली कीजिए.
उनको,
किसी भी एनजीओ को अप्रोच कीजिए. अगर आप मुंबई या मुंबई के आसपास हैं तो हम तो हैं आपके लिए. बट
Right.
देयर आर एनजीओज नाउ फॉर्चुनेटली इन ऑल द सिटीज इन इंडिया. प्लीज अप्रोच देम. इफ देयर इज नो एनजीओ, प्लीज गो ऑन टू फेसबुक. वहाँ पे आपको मल्टीपल ग्रुप्स मिल जाएंगे. वहाँ पे एटलीस्ट कोशिश कीजिए
Yeah.
कि कोई आपकी हेल्प करे इस
Yeah.
चीज में और आप उसको
Don't
जस्ट
abandon
डोंट
them on the
अबैंडन देम
streets,
ऑन द
yeah.
स्ट्रीट.
So, I hope that people will pay heed to whatever you said. I would also like to understand from you that how does a rescue look like at Podopt?
So it all depends on if we're getting a call from a family that is surrendering an animal or if somebody is finding an abandoned animal.
Right.
So with a surrender, it's pretty simple. Like I told you, we'll go through this conversation with them, ask them
Right.
why they'd like to give up their dog.
Actually, that's a standard practice.
Yep, that's a standard
Okay,
practice.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So understanding why, what are the issues, so even we can prepare for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Sometimes it's quite silly कि अरे उसने मेरे बेड पे सुसु कर दिया तो मुझे नहीं
तो
चाहिए.
इसलिए I'm giving it away.
हाँ, तो
Yeah.
फिर समझाने के बाद रहता है अच्छा ओके मेरे टांग उठा के मेरे फ्रिज पे सुसु कर दिया. यस, फॉर मेल डॉग्स वो नॉर्मल है. उनको समझाने से वो समझ जाते हैं.
Then we see how to work it out from our end in terms of like, okay, figuring a place where will the animal be fostered. That is common for an animal that is getting abandoned also, that
Right.
we found abandoned. Okay, so of course, if it's a surrender, it's coming. So we have medical records. We get them to take accountability for that. Send them first to a vet
Okay.
because we can't trust 100% as to what they're saying.
Right.
Right? So when they come in, they get medically examined. If there is anything pending in terms of vaccination or an anti-tick treatment or something like that, that is given. And then the dog is sent into foster care. Now, at foster care, the dog is observed. The first week, of course, it's going to take its own time to kind of adapt to the place, after which we start seeing if there are any kind of behavioral issues.
Right.
During this time, we typically get somebody to go in and observe this animal to see what it is.
Monitor basically.
Monitor
Yeah.
and see what or where this animal can now be placed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? To understand it a little bit more in detail. And then we go on to the adoption phase. Now, similarly, if there's an abandoned animal,
Right.
the process is pretty much the same. The only difference being that whoever has found this animal needs to first take it to the police station or take a photo of it to the police station. This is something where there's a lot of lack in awareness. Going there could actually help you find the pet parent of this
Okay.
animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typically, if if your mobile gets lost,
Right.
what do you do?
That's what
You go to
the
the
first
police
thing you do.
station,
Yeah.
right? So go to the police station. Don't be scared of the police. They are here to help us out.
Right.
Stating that I am so and so, I have found this animal in so and so location on so and so date at so and so time. Or should anyone be looking for this animal, they should be able to locate me or find me or contact me on XYZ details. So once they have this, which is stamped and signed by the local police station, they need to take the animal to the vet.
Okay.
Okay, again, just so that we have a basic of what's going on. A lot of animals get abandoned because maybe they're too sick
Right.
and the person did not want to or did not have the funds to care for the animal or whatever. So, getting a rough idea on how the animal is doing medically would help us out in knowing, again, does this animal require admission or does it require just to go into a basic foster
Okay.
under observation? So, we need that basic information before then charting out the route as to where this particular animal is going to go thereafter.
Yeah. But what if I am a person who, suppose I'm on my way to work, I take the same route every day, and I realize that there is like an abandoned Labrador. I can clearly see collar laga hua hai, but collar pe koi tag nahi hai. So then it's very natural for me to call a couple of people or take a photo and be like, this dog clearly looks lost or abandoned. Someone please come and help. But then how much time do I need to wait there? Or do I need to wait there at all? Or is it okay if I'm really getting late to work and I have to rush back?
Right.
So what do I, as a layman, as a common person, what would I do in that
So
time?
the first thing for anyone to do when they find any abandoned animal is ask the people around,
Okay.
right? So there could be a chai wala or a watchman or a driver or somebody just lying down in the shade of a tree.
Right.
Ask them if they have seen this animal before. A lot of people actually have free roaming pets,
Okay.
Yeah.
wherein they're like, हाँ हम लोग काम पे जाते हैं तो उसको खुला छोड़ के जाते हैं, वो रोड पे घूम घाम के आ जाता है वापस.
Yeah.
And that is the way their dog has been trained.
Right.
Now, what if we go and pick up such an animal that actually
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
pet parent?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would be doing wrong both to that animal and to
Right.
the
Yeah.
pet
The
parent.
dog is
right.
also confused.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like what's going on, So, better ask a couple of people around. If you still have to leave for work, if you're late or whatever, find someone to hold on to that animal to take responsibility until help reaches.
Right.
Usually what happens is we find, like a layman, I'm talking like a layman, we find these animals, we just start dialing NGOs, we take a photo, we circulate it on WhatsApp, and then expect that all the NGOs will
Yeah.
come running.
Yeah.
The NGOs have so much work going on.
Yeah.
They can't just drop everything and come running, and then people start
With the rate-
anti-NGO.
yeah.
So, contacting an NGO specifically that's in or within the bounds of that area also very, very important. Like,
Right.
say, different NGOs only operate within a certain perimeter,
Correct.
which makes practical sense. If an animal is found in Churchgate
Right.
and you're calling an NGO that operates from Malad,
Right.
how do you think that
Yeah,
NGO
that's
is going to leave
impractical.
everything and
Correct.
come to Churchgate to pick up this animal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you rather find out which NGO is in that area or vicinity
Hmm.
and contact them. So you'll
Yeah.
be, guided towards getting timely help as well.
Correct.
Right.
When you decided to start Podopt at this young age, what were your thoughts? How did you decide to take this up as a cause?
So I guess for me, this came, or like the passion and love and feelings for the animals came to me when I was very, very little. My mom actually has told me the story. Of course, I have no recollection. I was only a couple of months old when we were visiting a friend's house and I just started crawling. So they're like, ha, theek hai, bacha chodo, we'll chill with our friends. And suddenly they couldn't find me.
Oh.
So looking, somebody happened to look under the sofa and I had crawled under the sofa and I was hugging that person's dog and sleeping.
Oh.
So I think that is just something that
So sweet.
I got genetically. So I guess it started like that. And then over the years, I got more into like sterilization. So when I was younger, during our holidays, I used to actually volunteer with different NGOs, helping them catch dogs and cats that needed to be vaccinated and sterilized.
Right.
So doing that, and over the years figured out that, okay, adoption is really where my strength lies,
Right.
which is something I can manage with my current lifestyle, which involves a lot of work, travel, etc. And fortunately was also or came across people in the animal welfare world that worked with a lot of organization that were trying to streamline things, which is very rare to find.
Mm.
So I guess that kind of encouraged me to have mentors like
Yeah.
those who helped me channelize my strengths, my energy, and sort of get into what we're doing today.
Nice. And it's inspiring because we feel कि like पहले हम अपना सेट कर लेते हैं, फिर उसके बाद ना मेरा एक सपना है कि 50 साल के एज में सेंचुरी बनाएंगे और सारे डॉग्स को रेस्क्यू करेंगे. बट यार किसने कल देखा है? You know, it's about the action right now.
Yeah.
Even if you can help that one soul,
True.
then that dog is going to be grateful for life.
Yeah.
That you know you gave him a second chance with
That's so
whatever means
true.
possible.
In fact, I would say that when we're young, we feel that we're bound financially, that we
Hmm.
can't help because we don't have financial resources to help.
Right.
But I would say we have the biggest blessing, which is time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So who's asking you to fund anything? Go out there and give your time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all. Maybe helping somebody with their social media, since so many children are so tech savvy now,
Yeah.
they know how to do these things. People
Yeah.
like us still struggle.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
giving your time there with things that you are very comfortable with, or just simply volunteering at any NGO, helping somebody, even foster an animal.
All right. So, Ria, before we move on, I just have this one question. Do you believe working with animals help build empathy and emotional intelligence in the younger generation? And if yes, why?
I would say 100% yes.
Okay.
I mean, there are multiple studies on various platforms from the best universities in the world that can testify to what I'm saying. The thing that animals teach us,
Hmm.
other humans can't. So just being in their presence, when they teach us how giving they are, how they love unconditionally, how resilient they are, how forgiving they are, how grateful they can be without words, they teach us all of this in an unspoken language that one can
Hmm.
only feel.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes into your soul. It's not some anecdote that somebody told you that, okay, you may forget about, but it's something that you have felt deeply that you can then, pass on to other people by making them share your experiences with the animal world. God created all of us to
Right.
coexist, to learn something from each
Yeah.
other.
All right. So, uh, at Podopt, we understand that we support the abandoned and rescued animals, and we also make an effort to rehome them, find a right match. Talking about rescues, there is some sort of a stigma in people that we have often found कि यार rescue वाले animal को
नहीं,
adopt नहीं करना है, he or she may have some kind of a trauma or some bruised past. Uh, how do you handle those cases?
Just like we say, not all humans are the same,
Right.
not all animals are the same,
Correct.
right? Somebody may respond to something in some way and somebody may not.
Right.
So animals are the same. In fact, they're extremely forgiving, they're extremely adaptable, and they're extremely grateful. There was actually a case where there was probably a 13 or a 14-year-old dog living with a single lady, an elderly person. She passed away. The police found the dog with her body. And apparently she had passed away for 3 days because घर के बाद
Oh.
दूध पड़ा ही था 3 दिन
Yeah.
पुराना.
Right.
So that's how we kind of figured the timeline. And where does that poor 13 or 14-year-old dog go?
Right.
The most undesirable age to have a pet because you don't know how long they're
Yes.
going to live for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he found the most loving and beautiful home
I have goosebumps.
and a dog that was found without hair, with pus in his eyes, covered in ticks, dehydrated because he hadn't had access to food in the last 3-4 days, suddenly blossomed into this young, happy, playful child. His fur grew back. He was in this new home. He had the lady was a tuition teacher, so she would have children coming home for tuitions every
Oh,
day.
lovely.
He had a dog companion, a beagle girl. So they became best of friends, and this guy's age has completely reversed. So I feel like the new environment impacts and affects animals in such a beautiful way that
Yeah.
I don't think that there is any dog that is unadoptable
Right.
or untrainable for that matter,
Yeah.
you know. And not all dogs come with trauma. There are some, like recently we were talking about Kushi.
Hmm.
Kushi was a girl that was tied to the gate of an animal hospital at night. We caught it on CCTV and we were like, okay, they didn't want her, it's fine. Somebody else's loss is our
Yeah,
gain, you
yeah.
know?
Right.
That girl is probably around 2 years old, is the most friendly spits on this planet. Like, she'll greet everybody that she meets with so much love. Like, she'll jump, give you a kiss, you know, and she has no trauma. So I can easily offer her to a first time pet parent. Whereas, of course, if there's a dog with trauma, we'll always assess the family and
Correct.
the
Yeah.
dog and match them in the right way.
Accordingly.
You know, that's
Yeah.
what we're here for, because we don't want the dog to get abandoned again or
Right.
given up again. We want a family also to have a very positive experience so that they go back and probably tell their friends, their family members, or they themselves choose to adopt another one again. You know, this is the way we as an NGO do take that kind of responsibility to promote the concept of adoption. Otherwise, people will obviously turn around and say, oh, I had a bad experience in adoption, so I'd
So I
rather
don't want.
go and
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
a dog.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the chain that we're trying to
Absolutely.
break.
There was one family from Chandivali who had that Lhasa, if you remember, right? And I remember going to his house, and he was abandoned in Churchgate, if I'm not wrong, in like a slum area. And he was very scrawny. But the moment I entered home, he was just so happy to meet me. He just, even though he's never seen me, but he was just so happy and so easygoing. And he was abandoned in the worst of the conditions. And those parents were fostering, and they were first time fosterers also. Right? They didn't even know कि उसको खाना कितना देना है या पानी कितना देना है इतना भी वो but they were trying their best whatever possible they were trying their best to serve him and take care of him. And it so happened that when you were talking about this, I remembered how he was offering his toys to me. He was like, oh look, I have this toy, look, I have a toy, it went like that. And it was so nice for him to really relish those smallest of the things also. Even when he was sleeping next to the toy. It's like he was telling me, even when food was given, he looked at me, he was like, oh, look, I have this. So he valued everything. One beautiful quality of rescues is that they value everything that they get because they know what it's like to not have it at all.
It's such a beautiful
So,
insight.
Yeah. And even Blessing for that matter, right? Blessing is a Rottweiler. Now, today, if I tell you, would you like to adopt a rescue Rottweiler? You will say, Arey, definitely, किसी को तो काटा रहेगा.
Hmm.
इसीलिए छोड़ा होगा.
Yeah.
But would you like to say what Blessing's story was? Then I'll tell you what Blessing actually looks like now. Yeah.
Blessing is a little puppy. I
Okay.
mean, mentally a puppy. She was probably about 8-9 months old when we found her. Again, just abandoned on the road with some kind of maybe weak joints or whatever. Probably a breeder discard is what we could tell from the condition she was found in.
Okay.
Maybe always kept in a crate. I mean, those kind of behaviors were little apparent to us. And just because of being a Rottweiler, of course, the leads were very few.
Right.
People coming forward were very worried and fearful and,
Yeah.
like, oh, Rottweiler matlab kaatega hi kaatega.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing. And she is the cutest, happiest.
Yeah, the first time when we took her to a park and how she's ran, like she took her leash in her mouth and she has just ran like there's no tomorrow. She was so happy with the freedom. And I started noticing small patterns because she also has another dog in the house also. So we were working on, helping them coexist together and helping the parent, how to build a good relationship, a harmonious relationship in the family.
Right.
Because of course for the elder dog also it's quite a shock to have a younger dog, right? He did not anticipate it. He was not part of the decision making process, so it's very natural for him to either not be okay or take time to be okay. So that's fine. So we were working on that. And the cutest thing that I noticed of how I realized that she really is meant to be in this house is that the dad had to just, we were out for a leash walk and the dad had to just clean the potty. She had pooped on the road. So he told me, can you please hold Blessing's leash while I do so? So I said, sure. While I was holding it and the parent went in a distance to just, pick up the poop. The moment she realized, I felt like there was some thought in her that like a deja vu moment or some nostalgic moment where something has happened like this before, that someone else has held the leash and the person who she thought was family was
Hmm.
walking away from her. So she barked with
Oh.
all her wits out. She barked and she said, like, don't go. And then the moment the parent came back, and she was so happy. It was only been a week since she was at that house, but the way she responded truly showed us that if she has love in her heart, and if she has accepted him as family, then there's nothing after that. It's always about the dog's comfort.
Right.
The moment a dog is not comfortable, we ensure that a dog can find a better house. But if the dog is happy, like I say, we are happy.
Amazing, yeah. So, 2 points come out of this conversation till this part. That one, not necessarily all rescue dogs have a bad past. And two, even if they do, they are very easily adaptable and can transform.
Because they live in the present moment.
Correct.
Yes, the trauma is carried. Sometimes dogs who've been
Yeah.
through worse, like dogs who have been abused, abandoned, harmed, raped, for that
Hmm.
matter, also. But they learn to overcome that, and they learn to see the good in people. And then they're able to move forward from it. So if they can overlook those things, then what is
Yeah.
stopping us from doing
Absolutely
that?
right. Absolutely.
Why should we create a judgment on them?
So now, since we are on this side of the topic, Ria, I want to ask you, from your personal experience, why do you think people adopt? Is it more with empathy? Is it out of impulse or based on the trends
So I would say that it actually is a combination
of all three?
of all three, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, there are some people that adopt because they have the awareness. They're fortunate enough to know
Right.
what is right and wrong. Whereas there are also people that do adopt out of complete impulsivity. But then those are the kind of adoptions that do fail,
Right.
you know. And yes, nowadays, fortunately, it is a trend as well, or it's an upcoming trend where people are understanding that, okay, maybe if I have an adopted dog,
Hmm.
my social status will be a little elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it works. It's in everybody's favor,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So
It's how we see it also. I have an
Exactly.
Alaskan husky. I have a
Mm.
Siberian husky. I have a King Charles. I've never seen a dog go into the mirror and be like, oh my God, I'm a Siberian husky. I should be like this, or I should be fed like this.
You said this is a combination of all these three things, which from how you said it, I figured that it's not the best reason or the best way to adopt a dog. So then, what is the right way to adopt a pet?
So I would say the right way is to understand the practicality behind it. So knowing and taking a complete consensus first of all the family members and the support systems. By that I mean, like, say, any house helps, or having an availability of, say, dog walkers, trainers in the vicinity that you live.
यार यहाँ तक तो हम जाते ही नहीं है. It's a instant decision overnight, either with my
Google.
wife or just a notion in my head. I saw something and I was like, I also want to have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like how we think through before having a human baby,
Right.
right? It's not okay. Sometimes there are mistakes. but-
जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. Human baby के लिए Excel sheets बन जाती हैं.
So exactly, some kind of planning that is involved, a lot of conversations that are involved,
Right.
understanding what it takes financially. That is a very important decision. Saying, can we afford to have a pet,
Hmm.
Yeah.
or what kind of a pet should I have if I have only this much time and these many resources and or those many funds to dedicate.
Yeah.
So that will help you. And of course, knowing the biggest thing is, what is your lifestyle?
Right.
Correct.
Does your lifestyle support having this kind of a pet?
Right.
A lot of people come to us and say that, hey, I'm a working person, maybe I'm a lawyer, I'm out for 14 hours a day, and my house help comes and she goes, but it's just me and the house help.
Correct.
That doesn't make you a bad person to adopt a pet.
Yes.
Right? Maybe a cat, a low maintenance cat, an adult cat, which is very secured in the way the cat is, may be a great pet for you to have. If
Okay.
you're working at home alone, you're awake for till wee hours of the night, a cat
Right.
will be your best companion.
Hmm.
Correct.
So understanding those things and being open. We
Correct.
are here not to dump or throw animals
Yes.
on
Yeah.
you. We're here only to guide you so that you and your pet have the best kind of relationship bond where it's easy for you. Because if it's not easy, you're going to call me back,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
say that, hey, this is not working out. Take this
Correct.
pet
Right.
back. Another thing is, maybe people that have never had animals or are having animals in like a new setup, like somebody's been married, they're now in a joint
Right.
family. Um, just to kind of understand what it is to share that responsibility, maybe fostering a pet
Hmm.
first, whatever animal that
Yeah.
may be, a cat or a dog, to see, okay, how much is somebody participating and helping
Right.
out? Or like
Correct.
if a child is throwing a tantrum, is it just a tantrum? Or is it really that the child will take some responsibility?
Correct.
Right.
So that will kind of help you. Fostering will give you that little interim period, which will help you make that decision or come to that conclusion saying, hey, should I have this pet?
Hmm.
Correct.
Number one, or is this particular pet the right pet for me?
Correct. Correct.
Something like that, where people get that complete understanding
Right.
and can come to a more thought out decision.
सो इन अ नटशेल मुझे लगता है कि अगर ये डिस्कशन और कंसल्टेशन अगर लोग सीरियसली लेने लगे बिफोर अडॉप्टिंग द पेट्स, मुझे लगता है मोर देन 50% ऑफ द गैप्स और द डिफरेंसेस और द इश्यूज दैट पीपल ऑफन राइट टू अस और शेयर विद अस will actually diminish.
So true, so true.
So, we spoke about a lot of issues that we confront or the challenges that we, face at Podopt. Is there any success story that you can share that still gives you goosebumps?
Oh yeah, there is one of my maybe favorite stories is a French bulldog puppy who was found in a possible garbage dump. I actually went to pick him up, and typical happy, excited puppy coming, jumping here, there, spit flying out of here. And at that point, we didn't have any foster where we could keep him. So I got him home. I did not have my pets back then.
Okay.
So Max came home to us. And the reason he was named Max is because he used to run extremely fast and reminded my husband of the Formula One champion of that year, who
Okay.
was Max Verstappen. So Max started living with us when we figured out that that spit that was coming out from his mouth
Hmm.
or his nose was actually because there was a complete hole within in his soft palate or his cleft palate. So anything that would go into his mouth would invariably come out
The nose.
through his nose.
Hmm.
Again, making him one of the most rare cases.
Right.
I literally was running with him from vet to vet, trying to figure out what can we do, how can we prevent this. Then we came up with a plan saying, okay, all his food should be fed to him in a baby bottle with making the whole of the nipple big,
Right.
and should only be fed to him in a certain angle. So the food goes straight in and doesn't have a chance to come out. And we'd have to make him wear a whole bib. So it was a whole process as to how this child would eat his food. Maybe he was a runt of this litter, but it's looking more like this is some kind of human interference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody burst a firecracker in his mouth, or God knows what they did. But there was some kind of cruelty associated with this, and everyone was in shock with this child's survival. But his spirit, like, I should take him to the race course. Any ball that you would see, any football, he would become a part of that team that was playing. So running, playing with them, the whole pet parent group at Mahalakshmi Racecourse got involved in trying to get this child adopted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but a lot of people were coming and they would just back out, saying, no, how will we deal with this issue? He was again susceptible to picking up a lot of infections because of
Hmm.
the food
Yeah,
going
that-
into his nasal passage. And, anyways, being a snub nosed dog,
Yeah.
I would only pray to God every night before I went to bed, saying, God, please give me a vet to take care of this child. I want a vet pet parent,
Hmm.
because only they would understand the kind of care it would
The special
require
needs, yeah.
Yeah.
and could pick up a small sign before
Right.
it got too bad.
Yeah.
So I got a call from somebody from Dhanu, and I was like, Dhanu, French bulldog. This is just not making sense. But the minute he said, yeah, but she's a vet, and I was like, what? Like, are you serious?
Come in again.
Yeah.
And I said, a vet in Dhanu? So I said, okay, give me doctor's number, this, that. Let me speak to her myself. The minute I spoke with her, I was then I literally have run back into the mandir of my house and said, thank you, God, and you better make this work. So within 2-3 days, we've set out for Dhanu. We've gone, met Dr. Monica, handed Max over to her. Max is now called Batman.
Okay.
Lives in a beautiful bungalow in the middle of a chikuwadi. He's having the greatest time. But the beauty of this story was that Dr. Monica also never looked at him as a patient.
Hmm.
She kept trying to give him the best possible life that he deserved, to a point where she brought him to Mumbai to get operated. And they first performed a surgery where they reversed his palate
Mm.
and tried to stitch it. That surgery unfortunately did not hold. So they actually flew in a surgeon from Germany and 3D printed a titanium plate for him and have screwed that in, and it's working so far. So there's no food now going into his nose and coming out. And this was a surgery that has probably been written in, in all the different medical
Right, for
veterinary
the study.
books for people to learn about and practice.
Thank you so
A
much
lot
for
of prayers
sharing.
and appreciation for you, Ria. God bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thank
you
you.
never gave up. Thank you so much for sharing.
Great. So, such heartwarming stories, Ria. Are there also heartbreaking stories where, at the time of signing an adoption, you felt that either the dog is not safe or not ready to be rehomed? Has the dog ever communicated to you that he or she doesn't want to go ahead with this adoption?
Of course. So when people, bring home pets, like I mentioned, we prefer that they start off on a foster period
Hmm.
of, seeing how comfortable and observing how comfortable the pet is in that home, and also seeing how much the family is doing, putting in, or being able to understand their pets.
Right.
There have been such difficult decisions where we have had to, take a unanimous decision that we will be pulling this dog out of this place because it's
Okay.
probably not the right fit. Fortunately, we've never come across a situation where we've thought it's unsafe,
Hmm.
but there just have been times where we felt like maybe the dog was trying to communicate something,
Okay.
but the pet parent was not being able to understand
Or
and
decode that.
decode it,
Right.
despite all the help, all the support, all the resources that were offered to that particular family. They were not being able to understand, and hence there was always some kind of a rift between the animal and that potential pet parent.
Right.
So a lot of times people make these mistakes in not being able to read what the animal is trying to put across.
Hmm.
If a cat hisses once or lifts its hand up once to smack you, it doesn't mean that the cat hates you. It
Mm.
was probably only trying to tell you that, hey, I'm not comfortable with what you just did.
Defining boundaries.
Defining boundaries. Same
Yeah.
thing when it comes to a dog. If a dog barks, people are like, oh, बहुत भौंक रहा है.
That's a
मतलब
common, dog barks.
So
खुश
dog-
नहीं
That's
है.
what we are taught.
खुश नहीं है dog. And I'm like, no, it's just trying to communicate something to you. If it growls once
Right.
or if it snarls once at maybe your other pet in the house, that the dog is just trying to, again, set a boundary, nothing else. And maybe that's not a bad thing. You can't term that dog as aggressive.
Yeah.
Right.
So easy to do
Mm.
that, right? And when it comes to trainers, they have misused the command only itself, where technically it's not even a command, where they say, अरे हम speak सिखाते हैं. तो एक बार ट्रीट दिखाएंगे तो डॉग 2-3 बार बाक करेगा. तो देखो डॉग इज स्पीकिंग, तो ये दिस अ वेरी कॉमन कमांड. आप यूट्यूब पे जाके देखोगे हाउ टू टीच माई डॉग टू स्पीक, तो देन दैट्स हाउ दे टीच. हाउ टू टीच माई डॉग टू डू मैथ्स, वो भी बता देते हैं. हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ दिस, राइट? कि 2+2 बोलते 4 बार बाक करेगा. सो unfortunately this is how it is.
So there is a particular way that they communicate, both the dogs and the cats. So certain signs you spoke about. What is the best way for a common man to learn all these? Because, like I said, that it is taught in the primary standards that dogs bark, and we carry that thought, quite far in that sense.
Sometimes I've even laughed when people have called me and said, भौंक रहा है. So I'm like, तो बिल्ली नहीं है कि म्याऊ म्याऊ करे, dog है तो भौंकेगा ना.
Correct.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times now we're so clouded by misinformation
Right.
or by what we see on social media or by what some random friend who's had a pet
Yeah.
tells us that we forget, we throw our logic to the side.
True. True.
Yeah.
So I just feel like if you concentrate on your logic, the answers will come to
Yeah.
you automatically.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
think about why. Why
Correct.
is the
Absolutely.
animal behaving in a certain way, and you will
Correct.
know the answer.
Correct. Or at least if you are not sure, then ask an expert.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
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 They'll
Ask me
help
an
you get the
expert
why.
to decode this.
Yes.
So again, when people foster or they take home pets on even on an adoption basis,
Hmm.
we try and handhold them in the beginning, where we put them in touch with a behaviorist or a trainer. And we also keep telling them that please send us videos. We don't want videos of anything
Correct.
you perceive as good behavior.
Right.
We only want videos as what you perceive as unwanted behaviors.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can help you decode
Correct.
what the
Yeah,
animal
those
is
signals
trying to
and yeah,
say,
correct.
these signals, and then find or help you find a solution to this.
Yeah.
So through these videos is when we come to know if these animals are uncomfortable in those environments as well.
But I think this has become a very common problem now. There is so much of advice and opinions around us floating, and every other person that we meet on the road, who perhaps also has a pet, uh, most people have very strong opinion about कि इसको nutrition क्या देना है, इसका care कैसे करना है, इसको walk पे कहाँ ले जाना है, कितनी देर ले जाना है, कैसे करना है. What do you recommend for the existing pet parents and the to-be pet parents? That how to take care of these things and not get carried away with these floating opinions.
I guess in today's day and age, we do have, the links or the guides to the right kind of information also.
Right.
So similarly, how you would only go to an oncologist, say if you had cancer.
Right.
So even for your pet, why are you listening to your neighbor's chacha's
Yeah.
son's XYZ?
Yeah.
You would rather then go to a nutritionist
Correct.
who can guide you based on your dog and his needs.
Right.
Yeah.
If my neighbor has a Labrador and I'm trying to get advice for a Chihuahua, that nutrition, is going to be very, very different.
Correct.
Yeah.
So similarly, go to somebody who can help you with the right kind of advice, who has maybe some kind of a degree or some
Credibility.
Yeah. credibility in
Yeah.
that space.
Yeah.
Rather than just listening to anybody and then getting overwhelmed and confused कि मैं किसका बात सुनूं.
Correct.
So please don't fall into
Yeah.
these little gimmicks and
Very
funny
true.
things.
Yeah.
Use your own brains and come
Yeah.
to a conclusion with the right advice and help.
A lot of times you would have come across calls or messages. Do you have a Dachshund puppy? Do you have a retriever puppy? मेरी बेटी को रिट्रीवर बहुत अच्छा लगता है, या मेरा बचपन से सपना था कि मेरे पास एक डैल्मेशियन हो, मैंने मूवी देखी थी. Lot of people have this. Do you sometimes get such kind of calls where people feel that it's easy to get a breed for free from you?
Oh yeah, you can check my phone right now and I'll have over 300 messages for these exact questions which I get on a daily basis.
Yeah.
People asking for a very specific thing. And a lot of times we have been, or Podopt has been mistaken to even be a breeder.
Yeah.
Because at any given point, we have so many breeds for adoption that
Right.
they feel that, oh, these guys are calling themselves rescuers, but
Yeah.
maybe they're actual breeders.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And
you
I
know,
can pick and choose. By fluke है क्या उनके पास?
when people approach us like this, we get into the why.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, why do you want
Correct.
Correct.
only this specific thing?
Yes.
And then try and make them more open. A lot of people have these preconceived notions, especially first time pet parents. Maybe because I'm a first time pet parent, I want to only have a puppy.
Mm.
Whereas having a puppy means putting in a lot more time, effort, energy, patience.
Absolutely.
And nobody has told them that before. So I don't blame them at all. So in fact, to them, we always recommend saying, why don't you consider a dog that is above the age of 1.5 to 2 years old? Only because that dog is already behaviorally stable.
Right.
They are pre-trained when it comes to their pee, poop, eating
Yeah.
habits. They have all their immunization, they're neutered, sterilized. So you don't have to be doing all those extra things.
Puppy proofing and all that.
Puppy proofing. The dog will seamlessly kind of blend into your home and family as compared to a puppy where you'll have to work on everything.
Right.
Sure, if you still want to and you have the bandwidth to work on everything, we will give you a puppy for adoption. You may have to wait. Like I said, the animals come to us.
Right.
We don't go out and we're
Yes.
not God to tailor make these animals.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of silly requests that come saying, I only want a female King Charles Spaniel between the age of 45 days to 60 days. A lot of people are not even aware that the Kennel Club of India actually has a rule where the puppy should be a minimum of 65 days. They should spend up to 65 days with their mum to be able to get the right kind of immunity and learn the right behaviors and boundaries from their mom
Oh, this is
Yeah.
so
before
important.
getting adopted.
Right.
So even internationally, if you see, a breeder will only give you a dog that is above the age of 3 to 4 months old. But unfortunately, in India, we have too many illegal or backyard breeders
Practices,
Yeah.
yeah.
that the minute the puppy is, say, 25, 30 days old, 45
45
days
They
old,
just sell it off.
they sell it off because they don't want to get into the process, or they don't want to spend money on
Yeah.
deworming, vaccination, vet visits,
Yeah.
those kind of things. So these
Yeah.
puppies that are actually separated too early from their mums are puppies that we see, having more issues. So be it like undeveloped gut microbiome or behavioral issues. A lot of these things come up. And the thing is, people don't realize, they feel like if the dog is younger, it'll bond better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
That's not
So
true,
we keep giving people an example, saying, I asked them, when did you meet your husband? So they'll say, I met him when I was 21. I say, so you were not a child, no,
Wasn't
when
that
you
too
met
late?
your husband?
Yeah.
And you and him
Yeah.
still have a great relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe you and your future pet could have a great relationship too. Just
Yeah.
give it a chance. Give it, be a little open minded.
Yeah. I think moment you start thinking of them like a companion, it doesn't matter how old they are,
Right.
what they look like, or where they come
Absolutely.
True,
from.
true.
So true.
You're just getting a companion home. But the moment you say, oh, I want to get a baby home, then that baby is never going to grow old for you.
True.
In fact, that reminds me of this story of this lady who had fostered a dog with the goal of adoption that kept babying him.
Okay.
And he was a dog that we had told her, don't baby him, just give him some time, just leave him alone. Feed him, take him for his walks, and that's it. Don't do anything extra. Give him his space. But she was like, oh no, bichara baby, bichara, my baby, my child. That was her mentality. And that's what the dog did not want at all. So she would keep going and trying to cuddle him, mother him, or whatever. And that dog would keep expressing to her that he was just not happy
Right.
Yeah.
with this. So we actually eventually had to pull him out of that home.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's very important to distinguish that this is not
Yeah.
a baby, this is a companion.
right.
Yeah.
And that's his role. He's going to be the best companion. It's just that you need to do it at his time.
Correct.
Great insight, yeah. I think this is one of the very common challenges and problems that I'm sure all the experts and trainers must be facing. Where people treat their animals as their babies. Yeah, there's a lot to learn and lot to I feel improve. And I think everything that experts like you or trainers like Divya, share on this platform, it just doesn't help us become a better pet parent. Also become a better human being.
Yeah.
I think, like I said earlier, that we are dealing with lives. So that little wisdom is required to lead a fulfilling and meaningful life. Whether with your family members, your human, fellows, or your animal fellows or companions. All right, so little fun time. We have a rapid fire round for you,
Oh my
specially
God.
prepared for you, customized questions. All right, so here we go. And you have to answer in either one word or one line,
Okay.
right? So one word you should say when a family asks you for their dog back.
No, a big no.
Okay.
It's
I had
not
a
a
different
toy.
word in mind.
It's not a toy. I'm not giving it back.
All right.
Correct.
Best breed for an Indian household.
There's no best breed. Every breed is the best breed. It's the right lifestyle.
Fair enough. One thing you wish everyone knew about rescue dogs.
Rescue dogs are absolutely grateful and they make for the best pets.
Amazing. One habit pet parents need to unlearn immediately.
Maybe treating the dog as babies.
Yes, just spoke about. Worst excuse you have ever heard for abandoning a dog.
I could go on and on about this.
The first thing that comes to your mind.
मुझे बच्चा हो रहा है तो मुझे ये वाला नहीं चाहिए.
Okay, what do most people fake during giving up their dogs?
I'm moving abroad and I can't take the dog with me.
Easiest excuse.
Easiest.
One thing people should never say to a rescuer.
How much can I buy this dog for?
If you could ban one dog trend forever, what would that be?
Breeding.
superb answers to every question.
The hamper is yours.
The hamper is yours. If you can see, if you can
Who
find
are
one.
competing with Bailey?
If you can find one. All right. Thank you very much, Ria, for your time here.
Thank you.
We are
so
truly, truly
much.
delighted to have you. And I think, like I said, I'm just repeating for the sake of all our viewers and audience that, it is experts like you and, experts like Divya who actually give us that insight to live a very meaningful life within ourselves and with our companion animals, right? Which is why we always say, don't beware of animals, be aware of animals.
Thank you so much for having me. This was great. I've enjoyed being a part of this experience. If each one of us humans can just help one animal in need,
Yeah.
we could actually probably fix such a deep problem and find so many beautiful solutions of coexistence.
We second your thought.
Yeah.
Thank you very much once again. Have a
Thank
wonderful time
you.
ahead. Wish you all the best for everything that you're trying to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.